A very good morning to you guys. Welcome to Asake Online, and this is the Breakfast Club. My name is Brighton Ncube. Over the past few weeks, we've been talking about elections and politics, but today I want to bring you the important issue of cholera outbreak in Zimbabwe and affecting Bulawayo kakhulu, and also want to look at the issue of water crisis affecting the country and also bringing to Bulawayo. So joining me today on the show is Chairperson of the Health Committee in the Bulawayo City Council, that's Ntombizodwa Khumalo, as Councilor Ntombizodwa Khumalo. Ma'am, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your Ward 23. What are some of the basic issues that are facing these problems, Ward 23?
Yeah, Ward 23 now is a very big ward. It used to be a big Ward B, but after a delimitation of Ward, a larger part of Ward 22 was added to Ward 23, which makes it even bigger than before. Yeah, so it becomes very, very difficult to attend to all the issues on time. Yes, even when there are funerals, we're supposed to source water for each and every family, as you have already alluded to the issues of cholera. So at times it becomes difficult to get the information on the right time. So at the end of the day, you attend to other funerals and leave the other part of the ward. Yes, also we've got community sweepers, community workers who are slashing or grass cutting. It becomes very difficult for them to cover the whole ward now, because we are allocated to 10 community workers per ward. But hence the ward is bigger than before. Then again, there are issues of water challenges since we have introduced the 120 hours water schedule. Yeah, it gives the community a lot of problems because we were not used to that. Yeah, becomes very difficult to get enough containers which can be used as water storage for 120 hours. Also, there are some sicknesses due to that storage, yes, for a number of days. And also, still on that issue of water shedding, we have some areas who are failing to get water completely during those days. It's 2 days a week, but they cannot get water on those days. So the council is resolved to supply them with bowsers, and there are some water kiosks which were introduced some time back, which are helping some part of those areas. Yes, but because now the water levels is gone lower than before, there are some areas which were not identified by then, which are not having water kiosks, which are facing a very big challenge of getting water. So those are the main challenges in my ward. Also the issue of street lights and tower lights. Yes, we have a number of tower lights which are no longer working in the ward. As you know what's happening now, there's thieving, there's robbery, there's a lot of sexual abuse. So those are some of the challenges which the citizens are raising in our public meeting. Also with a challenge of the billing system with city council. There are concerns about the huge bills. Yes, the residents assume that they are using estimates. Yes, the other challenge is that we are having water 2 days a week, but the water consumption fee will be high. So this past Sunday, we had a meeting with the part of the department's representative. Yes, we had a rep from the engineering department to address the issue of sewer base, which is part of the major concerns in my ward. And we also had a representative from the finance department. And I think all these issues were articulated, and we are looking for maybe a way forward which is going to address the concerns. But according to the explanations from the representative, some of the issues were clarified.
But also the main challenge that facing Ubula right now, issues of water. But also as the chairperson of the health committee, how does the issue of water affect your department? In terms of the clinics, they want water to run. In terms of the schools as well, they want water to run. How is this affecting the health department and the entire institutions that are there in Bulawayo?
So far, we've not heard of some challenges, especially from school, from clinics. Yes, because we've got some JoJo tanks, yes, which are installed in our schools and our clinics. Our clinics have water 24 hours. Yes, even the things, since we are facing these issues like cholera, we've got some things just after all the waiting sheds. Before you enter the clinic, there is a sink, there is water where you're supposed to wash your hands. Even in our toilets, we have got enough water. So we have got enough water containers for the clinics and for the schools. Yes, the only issue is within the residence. But for our institutions as a council, we've got enough water storage containers.
You've been a big advocate for the issue of employing, the fairness of employing local community cleaners. They've been quoted on many platforms saying, no, these councillors must employ fairness when they employ local community cleaners. Please speak to us about that, the issue of fairness. Said to me, 10 people per ward cleaning the community. Speak to us in terms of fairness as well, to say some councils are not fair in terms of employment of the local community cleaners.
Well, I think it becomes a bit difficult to talk about unfairness of other councillors in their specific wards. But what we are doing, and what I believe some of my colleagues are doing, we work with the community leaders. We have got section leaders, we talk to them when we try to identify the most privileged. Yes, because we want to help them to earn a living. Also, we want to assist them to pay their bills. So we usually identify with them some of those community workers, but some of them come to us directly. Since we reside in those areas, we know who is the most privileged than who. Well, there are always assumptions, or we always say kisses goes by favor. At times, people assume that is done politically. You first priority can be members of your political party, but that is not what we are promoting. Yes.
Councillor, I'm sure we have walked around the CPT in Bulawayo. As the chairperson of the health community, you've seen maybe 5 Avenue, Ngale, Pansule Market Corner. You've seen how dirty our city is. What are some of the solutions that you can say we can do this as Bulawayo to keep our city clean?
Yeah, the situation is very pathetic. I concur with you. We are trying our level best as a city to retain our city status of being the first-class city in terms of smartness. So the first issue supposed to be the issue of addressing the issue of illegal vendors. Yes. Even illegal commuter operators who just drop in undesignated areas. So I think that's the first step we are trying to do. We are going to do that together with the ministry. Because once tried to do it, but there was too much resistance, which needs the attention of the police and other peacemakers to work with our Bulawayo City Council Security Department. So we are intending to clear all the illegal vendors so that we can clean the city. If we had gone to the city maybe around the earliest hours, even at night, you'll see that they will be still selling. Yeah. And some of those vendors, they don't reside in Bulawayo. They come overnight, they sell during the day, they go back, they come overnight, they do that type of a business. So the first thing is to deal with vendors, and for those other vendors, we want to use the Igodini vending site, which has got legally and conducive vending base. Yeah. Then also we're supposed to maybe recruit more cleaners who are going to clean in the CPD. There are a lot of suggestions and the propositions which are online. Yes, some have alluded to the issue of even having a night shift. We have cleaners who are going to sweep, clean during the day, other cleaners who are going to clean overnight. So all those are things which are still on pipeline, but I believe if we get more workers who are going to be working in the CPD is going to improve. But that is only going to improve if the issue of these vendors who are all over has been addressed. We are trying our best as a city to retain our city status.
Let's move on to the issue now of open air worship. I know Gwanda now has banned open air worship because of cholera. But if you walk around Bulawayo, even emalokishini, you see kulamalembu indawo yonke councillor bayenza open air worship and they're using toilets, amagodi, bayakile some funny structures there. What can you say as the chairperson of health committee around that, the issue of open air worship in the context of cholera outbreak?
Yeah, that is not advisable and is against the city council bylaws. What I can say is that we are trying by all means to reinforce all the city council bylaws. Yeah. Yes. At the end of the day, they will be evicted. It's just a process. Some have been approached and we are going to take a drastic exercise to clean our city. We are cleaning all the dirty, the garbage, and all the illegal operators.
Let's move on now to the issue of awareness. I know the cholera outbreak is now in Bulawayo. The cases are being recorded in Bulawayo so far this week, and also the previous week they've been recording many cases of cholera now. What form of awareness is the council doing to maybe educate residents of Bulawayo around the issue of cholera?
We are making a number of awarenesses. I think even in radios, you have seen or heard the city of Bulawayo alluding to the issues of cholera. Yes, we are trying to emphasize on hygiene, proper sanitation, proper use of water, proper hand washing, procedures. Those are taught to our community health workers. We have got community health workers in each and every ward. They have been trained specifically on cholera to cascade to the message to all the communities. And we got community health sisters who are also doing that in the communities. In our clinics, we have got healthy talks. They are teaching each and every a resident who goes to the clinic about cholera. And as councillors, in any gathering, in our public meetings, in our consultation meetings, in funerals, we do talk about cholera. We are emphasizing the issue of e-health and hygiene. And because that is if we are all adhere to issues of health hygiene, we cannot be affected by cholera like all other cities. We're also trying to address the issue of sewer-based. Yes. Then also, since I alluded to the issue of water storages, Izakhamizi, they are taught to wash their containers, empty their containers, wash them regularly. Then also issue of talking about since of rinsing of vegetables. Yes. We are not advising izinto ezinjengamalads ukuthi zidliwe, even handshaking in funerals. Yes, that can be the other avenues which can spread cholera. But I'm happy here in Bulawayo, we have never had a cholera which have really been identified as a issue which is been affected from the city, like uthi asilayo i-cholera patient esithi low ube le cholera ekhonapha koBulawayo. Only have imported cases ukuthi silo muntu osuke eMaswingo wafika wahlangana labantu balapha egula, kwaba lo muntu ose-affected kumbe yena umuntu liwavakatshela waya ngaphi wabuya ephethwe i-cholera wasi-admithwa lapho. Ama-cases esilawo lapha asilayo ikhesi engeyethu egenerate yaqala khonapha kobulawa ye-cholera ngendaba yokuthi siyazama ukuthi sinanzelele kakhulu indaba zokuhlanzeka kakhulu.
But also, if you're looking at cholera now, if someone catches cholera in Bulawayo, where can they go to? I know there's some form of vaccination happening. Where can they go to? Maybe you can give us those points and the age groups as well in terms of assisting our residents.
Yeah, ukuthi i-cholera, we, like I said, we have empowered our community members, community leaders, community health workers with information. I-cholera is signs and symptoms. Oqala is diarrhea 3 to 4 times a day. The color of that diarrhea, whitish like rice. Those are signs and symptoms of E. cholera. And when you visit your nearest local clinic, they are the ones who really can diagnose that person of what is cholera or is mere diarrhea. Then that person can be transferred to any of our infectious hospital like Ntombizodwa. Yeah.
Guys, for just joining us, this is the Breakfast Club. My name is Brighton Ncube, and my guest for this morning is Councilor Ntombizodwa Khumalo from Ward 23 there. She's also the chairperson of the health committee, speaking about issue of cholera outbreak and also what can be done to solve this health crisis we're facing in Bulawayo. Councilor, allow me to bring the issue of as umuntu ongumama, you know, at times we are doing all this unpaid care work, and there are small kids and they want to use the water as well, the toilet. As umuntu ongumama, what are some of the challenges that we face when it comes to amanzi awakho endlini?
Okay, ama-challenges maningi. Maybe ngingabuyela emva kancane ngincedise umphakathi ukuthi igciwane leli elisibangela ibacteria lesithi is a cholera vibrobacteria. Ikakhulu litholakala engcekezeni esiyichiye ezambuzi yenxa siya ngaphandle. So abantu azinanzelela ukuthi bageza izandla nxa bephuma ezambuzi kakhulu. Lawe umuntu ombamba isandla omxhawula wanaleqiniso ukuthi uyamthemba lo muntu ukuthi ugezile izandla zakhe. Ngoba ngabe abantu bebegeza kuhle izandla ngabe ibhaba igciwane leli kalinjani kalisabalali. Njalo nxa umuntu lengasathanga wageza kuhle izandla wabamba izithelo ngothengisa izithelo wena wathenga udle uyaqala la ukuthi banjwe lesi sihudo. So siyakhuthaza kakhulu labathengayo ezitaradeni ukuthi nxa usithengile isithelo kuhle ukuthi uyesigeza amanzi wathembayo ngoba laba abasinika amanzi asiwathemba ukuthi amanzi la ayabe ngamanzi ohlanzeke okungakanani. Then bese ngibuyela edabeni lakho ukuthi amanzi ahlupha okungakanani. Silobunzima kakhulu njengabomama lamantombazana ngoba abantu kufanele badle, kufanele kuphekwe, ikakhulu izambuzi kufanele zihlanzwe. So uhlupho lolu lukhulu kakhulu ebantwini besifazana ngoba kufanele ukuthi kuyiwe kulezi ibhorane esithatha khona amanzi. Uyathola ukuthi amanzi la kaweneli ukuthi asebenze kuze kuye kwana 120 hours. Njalo esibhoraneni lapho ezinye ziyafa, ezinye njalo kulabantu abangobaba abalamandla. Uyathola ukuthi umuntu uyabuya 4 or 5 times kumbe abe lamapheli amaningi ukudlula abanye abantu. So omama bahlukuluzeka kakhulu njalo kunye ukuhlukuluzeka okukhona. Kuyazanywa ukuthi abanye kwezinye izindawo abantu bavuke kuseni kakhulu besiyathatha amanzi uyabevukile umntwana oyintombazana kumbe ngumama. Sesithola ukungaziphathi kakhulu kwabantwana abangamantombazana lokuhlukuluzwa kwabo ngezikhathi zekuseni ngezikhathi zebusuku ngoba kwezinye indawo uyathola ukuthi 9, 8, 10, 11 lokho bese manzini njalo abantu abasemanzini uzathola sokungabafana lamantombazana. So indaba yamanzi yasihlukuluza kakhulu njengabomama lamantombazana. Lanxa sokuthe kwaqhamuka isihudo abantu abafanele babone izambuzi zihlanzekile ngomama lamantombazana.
Maybe let's reflect back in terms of Bulawayo kudala. I know you've been a resident of Bulawayo for a long time now. Let's reflect as Bulawayo kudala in terms of hygiene ka Bulawayo. Bulawayo, you would walk my pavements and go to find vendors by the pavements. I know the council is trying to enforce let's remove those vendors from the pavements. But someone is watching the show as a vendor right now asking them, so seeing happy. This is where I make money daily to feed my family. But where are the areas where the vendors should go there? Are there proper sanitation toilets? If you go to Fifth Avenue there by the marketplace, are there clean toilets there? Again, they go in, sell the vegetables there, but there are no clean toilets. Where should vendors go where there's proper hygiene?
Yeah, njoba ngishilo ukuthi siyalungiselela kule market enkulumane elungiselwayo. It has got proper structures. And siyazama ukuthi sibe le public partnership with other organizations ezisebenzelana lo Bulawayo sebenzelana lama vendor lamanye ama stakeholders within the city, ama CSOs asebenzelana lama vendor ukuthi sincedisane ukuthi sibe le infrastructure which is very conducive for vendors. Yes, we have alluded to 5 street toilets. I think we can say they are no longer clean for now because that clean area is over congested. Nxa ungananzela ukuthi kulabantu abangaki using that toilet, and initially bekulama vendors amangaki who were using that toilet. You can agree with me that City Council is trying, but that area is just too congested. And as I said, that some of the vendors spend the night there, they spend the day, they spend the night, they go back to their respective areas. They use each and every pavement as toilet. Yeah, which is just deforming our status as a city of Bulawayo.
Yeah, lastly, as we wrap up the show, Councillor, this morning, there's a money called Ward Retention Fund. I'm sure you know about that money, whether it's going to be given to a councillor to develop their own ward. If this money is given to you for Ward 23, what do you promise to deliver for Ward 23 in terms of this money, Ward Retention Fund? Yeah,
that 3% Ward Retention Fund, we talked about that money on our public meeting on Sunday. It's about 3.something billion, and those are RTGS, yes. Mm-hmm. If it's converted to US dollars, which is it's almost the only currency which is working. Wherever we can try to procure something, it's going to be a few cents. But as we believe in consultation, we talked about it in our residents meeting. Then we've got a structure which is comprised of all section leaders within my heart. We call it Asake Ward 23. We are going to meet and come up with a project for that 3% Ward Retention Fund. We are looking at our roads, but I believe that is too little for road rehabilitation. I think we are going to consider what our lies. Yes, so I think we're going to consider a street lighting with the Ward Retention Fund.
Councillor, thank you so much for your time this morning, for coming to the Breakfast Club this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, I've been watching the Breakfast Club. My name is Brighton Ncube. My guest today was Councillor Ntombizodwa Khumalo from Ward 23, the Chairperson of the Health Committee, speaking to us about cholera outbreak and water crisis facing Bulawayo. How can you make our city clean, and how can you go back to the proper Bulawayo used to know, a clean city for all of us? Hope you guys enjoy the show. Please do follow the site on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, as well as Instagram. From myself, Brighton Ncube, it's bye for now.